It's time to rev your engines. The Syracuse Nationals proudly presents the Cavalcade of Cars, March 22nd through 23rd at the New York State Fairgrounds. The two-day indoor car show features all the classics, plus lifted trucks, Jeeps, motorcycles, and more. Cavalcade of Cars, CNY.com.
Back live at the Carrabba's Italian Grill at the Fayetteville Town Center. Gomez from TK99 and TK105 in the morning, along with head coach Red Autry. And to those getting the notifications on QSportsTalk.com on Twitch, we are streaming. So welcome to those who are tuning in. You can see the numbers roll up as people start to tune in here, Red. And if you have a question or a comment here for Coach Red, that's what you do. They put it right in the stream chat, and we cover as many as we can during the half an hour or so that we're able to get together here at the Carrabba's. One of two remaining shows here, Coach. It's once the season starts, it's just like a freight train. It
keeps going.
Just keeps going. One to the next, to the next, to the next.
Yeah, it's full go, straight ahead, and it doesn't stop.
Now, right when it starts, it doesn't seem that way, but then it's all of a sudden it's March. Yeah. And then boom, and here we are.
Yeah. I mean, it's been obviously a different train ride this year, you know.
Yeah, well, and I heard a little bit of the conversation in the first hour with you and Matt when I was driving in, and it's part of college sports. There's ups and downs. I mean, that's how you learn things.
Yeah. I mean, again, you don't. Everyone, no one's immune to it, and
yep.
But I do believe, as we finish this out, I love the guys that we have and fighting, and and my staff is fighting. I think everyone will, as you move forward, will get better and learn from this, and and move and push forward.
And the team fighting last night, again, the full 60 minutes, and I know you were happy with that effort at the end of the game in the post-game press conference here, but just start to finish, the guys started strong and finished.
I thought they did. It was probably our most complete game all year. That like you said, once we got the lead, we maintained the lead and never gave the lead back up. I really thought we did a good job of getting the basketball to where in places and to the people that we needed to get it to. I just thought we, collectively, collaboratively as a group, we did a really good job, and it was a really good game for our guys, and we just got to keep building on that.
Yeah, I'm corrected here in the stream chat. It's a full 40 minutes. I think I gave you an extra 20-minute credit there.
Oh, did you say 60?
I think it's at 60.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's a nice full 40 minutes then.
Yeah. Well, maybe they talk about the beginning of the next half.
Let me see here. Happy early birthday. I see one of the. When is the day?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's your birthday?
Tomorrow's my birthday.
Is it one of the big ones? Or are you at the point where you're not like?
Yeah, I'm at that point.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget how old I am.
That's okay though. I mean, it's the guy who won. I remember this from I don't know how many years ago, but there was a guy who won the Iditarod dog sled race in Alaska, and he I don't know if he won it, but he did it, and he was in his 90s.
Really?
When he did it, he didn't even start doing it until he retired from whatever he did for a living.
Wow. Yeah, well, I'm not that old.
No, I know. But a guy he said after the thing, if you didn't know how old you were, how old would you be?
Right.
I thought that was a great quote.
Yeah, right? That is true. Yeah.
If you didn't know, how old would you be?
Yeah.
Nonetheless, congrats on the win last night, Coach. And this more of in the NIL territory of moving forward. Are there dollar amounts that you already have in mind, or the program has in mind for putting together teams within the budget? Is that something that's public?
It won't be public. I think as we get closer to everything, I think everyone will know what their budget is. But I don't believe it will be public knowledge.
It's going to be part of the program, and that's how you roll. Every program is going through the same exact thing.
Everybody's going through the same thing.
And the game coming up against Virginia Tech. Now, what years were you there with Coach Seth Goldberg?
I can't remember.
Well, you really can't. You don't remember your age, do you?
Might have been
early.
It was like 10. No, I came here 11, 12. So 07, 08,
right around
08,
there.
09, 10.
I was in Virginia Tech also. One of the student bodies that do extra homework, like before teams come.
Yeah, they had a good. They had a good. They knew the opponents pretty well. They had a good cheat sheet. They did a good cheat sheet.
Is that one where they share it with the players? I've heard that. I don't know. Maybe it might have been Jerry a couple years ago saying, after the game, they would actually, if you asked them, they would give you the.
Jerry talks. I didn't talk to the.
We did out.
I just get out. Yeah, we had. They've. That's always a tough place to play, so I got to kind of get out.
This one here, congrats, and it's from Orange Chuck, and I think I heard a little bit on the way in. He might have been one of the guys trying to call.
Yeah.
There were some calling issues, Chuck, maybe from Camden, but congratulations on the win. Tried to call in, couldn't. Is there anything that you saw in the win last night that you think the team can focus on going forward?
I think we got to continue to focus on taking care of basketball. I thought we did a decent job of that, even though we had some late ones for the most part. And I thought our shot selection was better. I thought we got the ball to where we needed to get to. We recognized where we had an advantage. So I think just our shot selection and we can pull from this game and continue to work on that. That's a big part of our transition defense. That was the first game where we didn't give up any points in transition defense because I think our shot selection was really good. High level.
And I saw the number, and I forgot the points in the paint was like 46.
46 points in the paint. Yeah. We did a good job of getting the ball inside, and our guards did a good job of re-attacking, and JJ and them getting into the paint and putting pressure on the rim.
And Eddie and Jair, I know, kind of imposing their will, second half especially.
Yeah, that
was good to see.
Yeah, they were. We got the ball to them, and they did a really good job of finishing plays and drawing fouls.
Question here again. If you're watching on QSportsTalk.com and you have a question for Coach Red, feel free to put it in the stream chat. Is there a player that you see as a major key for the team to make a run at the end of the season?
I think all of them, but I think, the one guy that, it's a couple of guys, but I think, we need, consistent production from Jair. I think he's a guy that, that can be, more productive and give us an extra lift. But I think collaboratively this team needs is, all play well. But I think Jair is the one guy that I think can
X factor, difference maker for you.
Yeah, we could be more consistent,
And he was he played strong.
Yeah, he was good. He made a shot. He made a three. I thought he got drawn some fouls and got an and one. Obviously he left some points out there. With his free throw shooting, but he's a better shooter than that. I think. I don't worry about that going forward.
Unrelated to the game itself, but if other than Coach Mayheim, is there another coach that you'd like to sit down and have dinner with? I've had the opportunity last Final Four to sit down and at dinner with Jay Wright. That was really cool. He's a guy. Tony Bennett. Is another guy. Sure.
And Rick Pitino. I've had the chance to sit down with him before, and he's very captivating and he's energetic. But it's a lot of coaches that I would like to sit down and have dinner with. But those are some of the guys that that come to mind when you ask me this question.
I had seen a stat, I think today or yesterday, about you mentioned Coach Pitino. He's the first coach to win conference championships with 5 different teams. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds right. He's the best coach. He's a Hall of Famer. He's been around, and his track record speaks for itself.
I'm trying to think of the fit. I mean, obviously St. John's now.
St. John's, Louisville, maybe Providence, Kentucky. Maybe Providence and
Iona?
Kentucky. Maybe Iona, yeah, probably those are the schools, yeah. Those are the schools.
Is there one more?
He was at BU. I don't know if it was...
Boston? Oh, I don't know.
I was at
Polly's...
Yeah.
Is that the one? Oh, okay, good.
He made the Final Four with Providence, Louisville, right? And then
Kentucky.
In Kentucky.
Yeah, so.
And won conference championships with Boston and Iona as well, I guess, right?
Yeah.
That's not a bad...
Yeah.
Not a bad resume.
No, got a great resume. Hall of Fame resume. Hall of Fame resume.
Any update? Was Elijah still day to day, or?
No, he got out there today, so we're very hopeful, and see how he feels, tomorrow, and see if he's going to be available on Saturday.
I heard a little bit of the chat with you and Matt in the passing about Gene Hackman, from Hoosiers, among other movies.
He has a lot of movies, but Hoosiers is the one that we know in this space, man.
What would be your top 5 basketball movies?
Hoosiers is up there for sure. They've won, probably 1, 2, or 3. Then you got Loving Basketball. That was one of my favorite.
What was the one that the coach had a role in? Blue Chips.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Blue Chips, Loving Basketball, Blue Chips. I'm trying to think of it.
There was so one that we actually went to. Which one?
White Man Can't Jump. That's a good one. Yeah, White Man Can't Jump.
And we went. You guys all went to see one. It was a basketball movie at Shopping Town.
Oh, that's right.
And it was about the Texas Tech team from 1966 or something.
Yes, the first, the Western Wesleyan.
Glory Road.
Yeah.
Glory Road.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that was
the Hoosiers.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, we got a lot of good basketball movies out there, but yeah. White Man Can't Jump, though. I do like that one. Above the Rim, I like that one too, but I don't know if any people seen that one.
Yeah, just a question here about those in the stream chat. What was the one with Robbie Benson? I don't remember. He played. It looked like he was at UCLA, but it was like a fictitious West Coast college. Like
he was at UCLA. I think that's Loving Basketball.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basketball.
There you go.
Yeah.
This one here. In the stream chat, one of my best basketball memories was basketball camp in the Dome. Do you ever want to bring back Big Orange basketball camp?
I would love to bring back a Big Orange basketball camp. The Dome has been renovated, so it's high level. But I'm trying to work on to see if we can get camps going again, because I love camps too, and I love being able to, work with the young kids and have our coaching staffs there and our players there. I think it's just a great time, especially in the summertime. It's exciting to have that.
And it's a chance to see some young guys, because there are a lot of guys who went to those camps, not just in the stream chat here, but college players that you get a quick glimpse at maybe when they're young, and you can kind of start picking them out there.
Yeah, you get a little head start. It would form that relationship and start recruiting them.
Can you think, on top of your head, from that era when they were doing the basketball camps, guys who came through who ended up being recruited and ended up with the team?
I'm gonna tell you, the last guy that I see now. I'm sure there's a lot of guys that have come through, but the last player that I know and actually recruited him after that was Elijah Hughes.
No kidding.
Elijah Hughes was at coach's camp right before he went to high school and right before he going into his senior year. And we had a chance to see him, and he was like, "Why is he here? Like he shouldn't be here." So
it's like he could already pass the test.
Man, he was
in college. That would be experiential credit.
Yeah. It's like he should not be at this camp. But no, that was the last person. But I'm sure it was some players back in the day before I got here.
From the stream chat here, this person, when they went through the camp, John Wallace, went to the camp with the person here.
Yeah. See, again, it's I didn't go to the camp, but when I started coming back as a coach and working the camp, and my kids participated in the camp, you would see some people.
When I can't think of when was the last year they did it.
Right before COVID.
Oh, okay. So it's been like 5 years now.
Yeah, right before COVID.
It's due, like you said, renovated dome. It's due for a comeback.
Yeah, it's due for a comeback. It definitely is. We got to work on it.
Also, I always look at the day, because today's February 27th, just kind of back over the years on this day for SU. A year ago today, you beat Virginia Tech in the Dome. That was 1 year ago today on the 27th.
Right. Yeah.
I think Judah Mintz was might have been at 29 or 30 points or something like that.
Judah played well. I felt like Judah played well. Quadir. I think it was I think it's probably one of our larger victories of the year. I think last year, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but I think we played really well that game.
Also on this date, February 27th, 1994. when you were playing. It was a win over St. John's.
Big one.
82 to 81.
Yep.
I'll give you a quiz. It says a Coach Red Autry quiz. You were one of 4 players in double figures that day. Who were the other 3?
That's probably Dave Johnson. You said 94?
1994.
Oh, so Lawrence Moulton, John Wallace.
You
probably Luke Jackson,
and you got them all.
I could have said Otis Hill too, but
he was close. I think he had 9. He was right there.
Otis, yeah.
He was at 9.
Yeah, Lukey. My senior year, Lukey started playing well.
That was a good win too.
Yeah,
because that was at the Garden, wasn't it?
Yeah. I believe it was at the Garden. Yeah.
Question here from the stream chat. Loved it when the young guards from New York City were going to the Cuse. Chop is the latest to do so. Can we expect that trend to continue?
We're going to recruit the state. Really recruit our state, and that's kind of home. So you got to do that, and so yeah, we'll be recruiting New York City. We feel they're good enough and they can come in and help us. Yeah, we'll recruit.
And is it easier hearing about guys now, just the way everything works with?
You hear about so many guys now. Everybody has a guy. Everybody knows somebody.
Everybody you get, and it's easier to get a hold of everybody. Through social media or whatever. You get a
So it's a lot of. You do have more information and more eyes on people than back in the day, and because of the way we communicate now, it's instant. So
is it almost too much?
I think it is.
So many stats and so many camps and so many videos and so many.
I think it is, but that's where we're at.
Question from the stream chat: has JJ emphasized shooting more threes this season, and if so, what was the philosophy?
Well, I think when you have a dynamic guard, to be able to, you can't limit them. You got to be able to have. They got to be able to have the freedom to make shots, take shots, and then create shots. And that's kind of, JJ's game. Now, if you tell him, if you try to limit a person to not doing one thing, then I think they become easier to defend and easier to scout. And I think, you got to have that threat, that you can raise up and shoot a 3, or I can blow past you to keep the defense off balance.
And Eddie just seems to be, he's a double-double machine, but I mean, he's just seems to be getting stronger.
Yeah, I think he's probably he's really done a good job with his body, overcoming a slow start at the beginning of the year, having some nagging injuries and things like that. And I think he's just really kind of rounded into being healthy.
On to next week, we'll talk a little bit more about Virginia Tech, but the game at SMU, and I heard a little bit of the chat before with you and Matt coming in. You've never been to that arena? You've never been to?
Never been there. So it'll be my first time going there along with the guys and everybody on our staff, I believe. Good team, hard place to play, but I've spent some time in Dallas, but I haven't been back in a while, so I'm interested to see how much has grown.
What were in the past? What were you in that Dallas?
I was when I finished playing. I had what do you call it? I was spending my summers down there, and so I would go work out at TCU, right outside Fort Worth and stuff like that. So I spent some time down there, a couple of summers, and then moved back to New York.
And it's obviously first time playing against the SMU in the conference. What do you know about the team, the coach? What can you
Andy Airfield, Lob City, USC, but he started at Florida Gulf Coast. You remember that, Lob City?
Oh, yeah.
Very good coach. He's done a really great job at SMU. As far as the team goes, a big, long, athletic team. I think they have a 7'2", 7'3" guy that is really good. So, but I know they're a big athletic team, defend, and they get after it. And I think they're a high scoring team in our conference too. It's either them or Duke, one or two. They score a lot of points.
Naheem, speaking of 7'2" and up, had a really good stretch for you this past last night.
Naheem came in and really kind of kept a presence for us. Offensive. I thought JC got him a couple of nice finishes around the rim where we can get it to him and take advantage of him rolling. But he's really, Naheem's really been good the last 3 or 4 games for us.
From the stream chat, you get 1 golden pass to play any golf course in the country. Red, where are you going? Where would you pick?
That's a good one. I gotta say Augusta.
You got it. Have you been? Right? Have you ever been down there?
I've been down there, but I haven't been inside. I've been outside the gate.
and guys that I know who have gone, like I think Jerry had gone there.
Yeah, Jerry did, yeah.
It's a lot hillier than you think.
Yeah, I would love Augusta. Augusta.
This one here, SMU really joined this conference with a bang in his first season between football and basketball. Yeah, that's true. They certainly.
Oh yeah. No, they have. Yeah, they were ready to. They was ready to come into the league.
Is that like the weirdest travel arrangements?
It's different,
it's
different. The West Coast, because you go out there and you play 2 games and you stay for a while. Dallas one is like if it's a combination and it's a dual trip. You coming from somewhere to go to Dallas, so like we're gonna do Virginia Tech Dallas, but that's probably this is probably the one that's a little like, man, this is. It's not in the way, you got to get around. You got to get around.
And when will you guys go? Because I know it's often a good opportunity for you guys to kind of bond a little bit and kind of get away from the noise and get together. And so, how long will you actually be in Dallas when you guys go?
I think we'll be there Saturday, about 3 days. 3 days. 3 days. We'll leave right after the game at Virginia Tech and get down there and get ourselves situated.
Now, when you go on a trip like that, do you have like any outside of basketball things that you would do? Like, I don't know if it's like a half a day to go tour around or go do something. Just to unplug a little bit.
I think when we went out to LA, we actually, the West Coast trip, we actually wound up taking the guys to watch the Golden State game. So that was fun for those guys. They got a chance to see that. We'll try to do something. Whether it's we haven't done a movie in a while, but we'll try to. Because one of those days that we got some time to do something together as a team.
And go back to the game this weekend at Virginia Tech when you were down there. How did that, when you got the gig down there with Coach Seth Goldberg?
Greenberg.
I'm sorry, Seth Greenberg. When he just gave you a call, and how did that all work?
No, I mean, Seth, he knew who I was, and I was working high school and working AAU and coaching AAU, and he had seen me there. And again, sometimes, you don't know what people goals are, but when you see me, a former player coaching in high school AAU, you want to get into business, and we had a relationship. He knew a common friend, and the guy that had a relationship with the director at the program that I was working with, and the conversation started. And then when something opened up, and he asked me if I had interest, I said yeah. And when something opened up, he gave me a call, and I said yeah, I'll be there.
I enjoy watching him do his analysis for college basketball games. He's very good.
He's very good. I learned a lot from Seth. My time there. He's a part of it along with Coach Boeheim, and the reason why I'm at where I'm at.
Well, Coach, happy pre-birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday ahead of time, and then good luck on the weekend and next week. And we'll see you back here. The final show at the Carrabba's 1 week from tonight.
Thank you.
We'll see you then. And thanks everybody here on QSportsTalk.com. See you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.